Hello, Commanders. Welcome back to the command table. It's been a while. Took a season and a little bit off just to chill out for a bit, but hopefully everybody was able to hop on our Discord channel and see the short clips that myself and others were able to post. Let's go ahead and hop into Jormag real quick, but first, if you'd please be so kind as to like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, be sure to hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. And again, do check out our Discord server. The link will be in the description. And you can see the raid builds that we're working on before this video is posted. You're also welcome to contribute there. We always love having people share their ideas. So everyone is welcome. Hop on in. Okay, let's take a peek. We have a couple of screenshots here. This is Lady Nature's build. She's got some Storm Guards, one merged, some not. Rhino, Stormcaller, Druid, Phoenix, and Assassins. Assassins knock out the Arcane Archers. Storm Guards and Rhino plow down everything in the front. They should be able to clear it out handily. The biggest hitter is probably going to be the Phoenix because of the Great Hammer. So that's going to knock out a lot of the units, both in the front and in the back. I imagine she's got Leech on a bunch of these. So she's using the 2 Elixirs, Accuracy, and Force Resistance. So Force Resistance to counter the stun from Enhanced Melee and from Earthquake. And the Druid should be able to keep everybody topped off. If she doesn't have a faction change stone on the Rhino, I would be surprised, because you can't, either that or it might be able to get by just fine with Leech. But since you usually can switch that faction stone out, that would enable the Druid to be able to heal it. So that's her setup, and she says it's working well for her. Let's pop over to Shellious. This is a 1 elixir build. So we have the Barrier Monk, which counteracts the Frost Wizards. We have a Spirit Panther, which a merged Spirit Panther will survive just about anything, even at SR 15. So wise to put some protection stones on that. That'll make it a little bit smoother. The drummer probably, I think he only says that it has regular supercharge, but double supercharge, if you have it, just makes that last even longer. The Rhino, I don't see a Druid in there anywhere, so the Rhino probably doesn't need to bother with a faction change stone. It's probably just getting by with Leech. Then we've got the 2 Crystal Spires, which will function just fine unless they're hit. A lot of the other things, like the Spirit Panther has stun resistance, so it makes a very functional tank. But if any of this other stuff gets hit, then it's going to be stunned. So the Druid will minimize that, but if the supercharge wears off, then you got to be worried. He doesn't have to worry too much because these roots are going to keep everything at a distance, and it's probably all going to get plowed down very quickly. That's going to leave a lot of skulls for the Soul Pylon to shoot at Jormag. So, very solid build. He seems to be working very well for him. So let's go ahead and check the next one. This is Immortalis, and I've titled this one Bringing Everyone to the Party. He's got the whole crew here. We've got Plague Bears, Fire Knights, Phoenix, Risen Warrior, we got some Archers, we got the Stormcaller, some Crystal Spires, some more Plague Bears, and a couple of Entangling Roots. So Entangling Roots are going to slow everything down, enabling these hypercharged ranged units with the Elixir of Accuracy to mow a lot of that down. The Phoenix is going to benefit from that as well. Going to have some increased range to be able to attack everything without having to move past those roots. These things will hold off the Assassins and the Risen Warriors until the Phoenix can just mow it all down, and the Risen Warrior is going to pop up in the back and take out the Arcane Archers. So again, 2 elixir build, but depending on your unit levels, this may be the ideal build for you. So thank you, Immortalis, for sharing that. Let's pop over, and we have a video from Hikaji. So let's pop in there and see what we've got. We have a ranged build. Now, he's got a Druid in there, so you'll see that there's not Leech on basically anything, because you really don't have to worry about it. I think the Soul Pylon might have it. He has faction change stones, just using chaos, which is totally fine. That changes it from construct, which enables the druid to heal it. So if you don't have the leech power stone, then okay, yeah, he did switch out for leech on Soul Pylon. But yeah, if you don't have a bunch of leech power stones and you do have a bunch of those chaos stones kicking around, which I haven't found too much of a use for those in PvP or raid yet, the assassins tank themselves on the pyre until everything clears it out, and you'll see the towers and the Stormcaller do great at clearing up the back. Then the Soul Pylon and the Celestial Spear just nuke the crap out of the boss. So very solid. I like it. Okay, so let's hop over to what I've been doing. This is a 2 elixir build with a Wind Reaver. The Wind Reaver is immune to stun, so I figured I'd throw him in there. Excuse me. So the Wind Reaver, and something that I noticed after I did this is that I'm using the Force Resistance Elixir and the Drummer, which is a little redundant. I could probably either drop the Elixir or switch the Drummer out for some more DPS. It seems like I've got sufficient damage to get everything done, so it might be worth dropping the Force Resistance Elixir. Although I have changed from this build. It's just I wanted to show you how it worked, because that's just another option. But I have changed to something very different in order to use different elixirs that I have tons of just sitting in my inventory that you rarely ever use. Once you get them to that point, it's very smooth. You got the Celestial Spear and the Wind Reaver. They both do a ton of damage. Alright, so this is the alternative that I came up to for that. Excuse me, sorry. So double Wind Reaver up front, and I'm using the Elemental Resist so that we don't have to worry about the Frost Wizards or Jormag's Pulse, the Radiant Pulse that freezes everything. Don't have to worry about any of that at all. One thing to note is the wall, the fortification in the way back. You may not want to put protection power stones on that. It's just there to keep the Spirit Panthers from moving forward, as you'll see here in a minute. So on my main profile, when I did that, the units weren't able to, the enemy units didn't kill the wall, and it left one of my Spirit Panthers stuck back there. So here you see in the very back, those Spirit Panthers are back there. The wall dies, and the Spirit Panthers are able to aggro all of those Risen Warriors and to use their cleave attack to just nom through them. Tried using the Thunderstone, and the reason that I use that, you'll see it's about to die here in just a second, but the reason I use the Thunderstone is because it's immune to stun. So I was trying to find as many stun immune units as I could. I'm not sure if I had the... Oh yeah, there is the Storm Guard right in there. So you can see the Storm Guard there. But all these units are immune to stun, so since we're on a Freezy boss, all we had to do was worry about the Elemental Resist Elixir. And that made that a lot easier. Here's my main profile doing the same build. And again, just keep an eye on that fortification in the back. I liked having the Berserk on the Wind Reaver, so when you do have that third Power Stone slot, that comes in handy. You can just crank through a lot of units very quickly. Again, that Thunderstone, it's got a very small radius, as you can see. There's just not much that it reaches, so you may even switch that out if you're going to try this. But this, you may think, wow, 3 elixirs, that's terrible. Why would you do that? Well, I have them. I never use them, and I don't want to buy any more accuracy elixirs. Like, look at that. I've got 300 health elixirs, so why not? I don't have to spend anything this raid other than the 1 extra key to get S+. So, yeah, so here it goes. Just watch it run through. You'll notice that the wall keeps healing because we've got regen. The regen barely keeps up with the earthquake, though. So the enemy units should be able to mow the wall down, but I've just got a very high-level wall. Oh yeah, I don't think either of them get out of there, so I've got both my Spirit Panthers just camping in the back, and the Crystal Spire totally survived. That's hilarious. So, but yeah, the Storm Guard is totally able to get the damage needed. I didn't even need the accuracy elixir. The Wind Reavers, I think, are probably doing the bulk of the damage there, because Storm Guards, I could look it up for you. I think Storm Guards do more damage without the accuracy or power elixirs than the Storm Guard does. The Wind Reavers are the winners there. Okay, so ranged double elixir build for those with lower levels. This is from a couple weeks ago. I think I posted this on the channel, but I didn't make a video. So this is my setup. Again, didn't even put extra power stones on those walls. You can put another couple power stones on there. It doesn't hurt anything. The soul pylon has been changed faction, so it can be healed by the druid that's camping in the middle there. And it works very well, very smooth. Everything gets held off just fine. Lots of leech in there on all the different units to keep everything topped off for the most part, so the druid's more likely to heal that soul pylon and make sure that it does not go down, because that's crucial to keep that going. But yeah, the walls keep everything back long enough. Then we have the soul pylon doing all the heavy lifting here. So very straightforward, very solid build. It's worked every single time that I did it, and I did it on, 4 profiles last time, and didn't have a flaw. There was no fails at all. Okay, so that was it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully that helps you, gives you some ideas. Thank you to everyone who contributed as well. And again, check out our Discord server. The link will be in the description. Join us there for updates over the course of the raid. You'll be able to see any improvements that we make. You might be able to save some elixirs depending on the build that you're using, and you are all welcome there. It is open source. Also, thank you to Hikaji, Shellius, Immortalis, and Lady Nature for sharing your builds. And please subscribe. That's the biggest thing you can do right now. We are over 3/4 of the way, I think, to the 1,000 subscribers that we need to apply to get the channel monetized. So not only is that just a personal goal of mine, I think that would be a really neat achievement, but it would in turn give us some resources to funnel back into the channel and to make some more cool content for you, and maybe even do a website with some fun stuff there. So please do that, and check out our plans. You can see if there's any openings. You're welcome to join us and play with us. Have some fun. Have a great time, everybody. Good luck with the raid, and we will hopefully see you next time. Bye for now.